From the All Indiana Podcast Network.
The All Indiana Podcast Network.
This is the News 8 Daily 8.
Now all the latest news.
Kylie Conway has all the news you need to know.
And more.
Please stand by.
Now, here's Wish TV's Kylie Conway.
Hi, this is Kylie Conway, and this is the News 8 Daily for Tuesday, September 21st. Rain showers are likely for today as the front slowly slides into the state. Some isolated storms are possible. Highs will struggle to rise into the mid to upper 70s. Police have a new shooting to solve this morning. IMPD tells us someone walked into a hospital wounded. They say he or she is stable. Officers also set up a crime scene at the Park Haven apartment complex on the east side near Franklin Road and 21st Street. Police say that scene is connected to the victim. COVID case counts in kids stay high as experts and parents decide whether to vaccinate the youngest ones. The American Academy of Pediatrics says more than a quarter of new cases in America are in children and teenagers. So, Wish TV, News 8, we brought you the breaking news yesterday that Pfizer wants the okay for children as young as 5 to get its shot. Parents' opinions vary widely right now. A poll from the Kaiser Family Foundation taken just before the Pfizer announcement shows 26% of parents would have their child get the shot right away. 40% would wait and see. 9% would only do it if required, and 25% say definitely not. One former White House health policy advisor says he understands the hesitancy, but that the science is looking up.
Well, look, we've tested the vaccine on 2,300 or so children, 5 to 11 years old. They got, as you point out, 1/3 the dose that's being given to adults. At higher doses, they had more fever and transitory side effects. But this seemed to produce a very good antibody response with very few side effects.
Pfizer says it will submit its data soon to move toward approval for those 5 and up. The drug maker is hoping to have trial data for children as young as 6 months before the end of the year. And today is a chance for you to get vaccinated or tested for coronavirus at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. IMS is opening a 5-week clinic starting at noon today. The state health department says the Pfizer and Johnson & Johnson vaccines are available. The clinics will be held in the IndyCar parking lot on 16th Street. That's right across from Gate 2. According to the Speedway, clinics will run from noon to 8 every Tuesday through Thursday through October 30th. And today, IMPD says it will release new information about an accused serial rapist arrested in Indianapolis. We will stream the department's comments at 10 o'clock this morning. If you are listening to this after that, you can find it on our website or on our Facebook page. Investigators say Daryl Goodlow targeted at least 8 women. We have found some details about the case. News 8's David Williams explains how police tracked him down.
The dates stretch back for more than a year. News 8 obtained court documents in the case against 37-year-old Daryl Goodlow. Investigators say all 8 women were attacked and raped inside their homes in Indianapolis and Lawrence. At least 3 of the women say the suspect threatened to kill them and may have had a knife. In one attack, police say the suspect killed the family dog. But in each rape, police were able to collect DNA evidence. Then, in the final assault last month, crime scene investigators found a fingerprint. That print led investigators to Goodlow. Police say DNA tests now tie Goodlow to all of the attacks. I'm David Williams for Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook.
And this morning, a man accused in the murder of a woman from Indiana is out of jail, but he cannot go far. Barry Morphew posted a $500,000 bail in Colorado yesterday, soon after a judge ruled there is enough evidence to go forward with the case. Morphew's wife, Suzanne, was last seen in May of last year. She was originally from Alexandria. Authorities have never found her body. Barry Morphew must wear an ankle monitor, surrender his passport, and must ask permission to leave the county. He's pleaded not guilty. His next court appearance is set for November. The Rose-Hulman's women's soccer team is canceling tomorrow's game against DePaul after the death of a player over the weekend. The school says freshman Erin Canning died Sunday after an accident off campus. No other details were released. According to the school's website, Canning was from Pittsburgh. She was majoring in engineering design. Today, we will get our first look at the proposed redistricting map for the Indiana State Senate. It comes out at 10 this morning, first step of several still ahead for the new political boundaries. The House redistricting map is already in that process and took a major step forward Monday When the Elections Committee approved the congressional and state districts, those now head to the full House for a vote. The Taliban is revealing more leaders for its new regime. The slate of deputy ministers includes no women. Earlier this month, the Taliban revealed its cabinet, which is also entirely men. The lack of women has drawn international pushback. When the Taliban first overthrew the Afghan military, it claimed women would be part of the new government. Today, world leaders will return to the United Nations for the first time in 2 years. President Biden is hoping to use the event to turn the page on the 20-year war in Afghanistan. Today will be his first speech to the assembly as president. Biden arrived in New York yesterday ahead of the event. The White House says the president will ask countries to unite to tackle global issues, including the pandemic and climate change. And this morning, the White House is responding to new video of Haitian migrants in Texas. The video shows U.S. Border Patrol on horseback confronting the refugees. Some video also shows Border Patrol agents swinging long reins near the migrants. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki calls the video horrific. She also went on to say this about the conditions at the border.
It's a challenging situation. It's devastating to watch this footage. I think it's important, though, for people to also know that what we're trying to do is also protect people.
The Department of Homeland Security Secretary defended the use of horse patrols yesterday. He also says the department is investigating the situation. The White House also says it's working with organizations like the Red Cross to get resources to the refugees. FedEx is raising rates. The company announced the change takes effect January 3rd. FedEx explains that its ground and home delivery will increase by about 6%. Freight customers will pay almost 8% more. The company says customers may also see some price hikes before the holidays. Starting November 1st, FedEx is adding a fuel surcharge to certain shipments. The company says incremental costs associated with the challenging operating environment are behind the adjustments.
What'd you say?
What were they doing?
We drove by and the gentleman was slapping the girl.
He was slapping her?
Yes, and then we stopped. They ran up and down the sidewalk. He proceeded to hit her, hopped in the car, and they drove off.
Okay, you said it's a white van?
White van. I give you the license plate if you give me 1 sec.
That is the 911 call that led police to Gabby Petito and her boyfriend while she was still alive. It happened in Utah in August before Petito went missing, launching a massive search. Authorities found remains in Wyoming this week in a camping area near the eastern edge of the Grand Teton National Park, the spot Petito was last known to be. In Florida, investigators are still trying to find Brian Laundrie, Petito's boyfriend. He's been missing for a week. Family members say he left to go to a nearby nature preserve and hasn't returned. FBI agents have searched a home he shared with his parents and Petito, taking a car and computer data. And the family has now canceled a news conference it had planned today. Neighbors are still trying to just take it all in.
I hope they find him alive so they can get answers and what went down.
An autopsy is scheduled today to confirm the identity of the remains. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau will stay in power, though not with as strong a hold as he'd hoped. His Liberal Party is claiming victory in the parliamentary elections, winning the most seats out of any party. However, the party did fail to win the majority it wanted when Trudeau called for the early election. The party fell 14 seats short needed for a majority in the House of Commons. This will be Trudeau's third term as prime minister. He won his first election in 2015. The Colts have even more quarterback questions than expected. Turns out Carson Wentz sprained both ankles in Sunday's loss. His left one got little notice. The team now says it happened earlier in the game. Everyone saw the right one. It happened late in the fourth as he scrambled, trying to keep a drive alive, and it buckled under a tackle. Head coach Frank Reich says he doesn't have a timetable for when Wentz could return.
Sprained ankles, they're degrees, right? Somewhere from 1 to 100. And I know this. I know Carson has a very high threshold of pain. My history with Carson is that he's a pretty fast healer and that he's tough. And if there's any chance he can play with these ankle sprains, then he'll play.
If Wentz cannot play, Jacob Eason will likely make his first pro start against the Titans. And our sports team will get a chance to ask Wentz directly about his injuries. The quarterback joins Wish TV every week for Wentz Day. AC goes one-on-one with Wentz for coverage fans won't get anywhere else. That is each Wednesday night at 6 o'clock. And Peyton Manning gave us a little bit of insight into his rivalry with the Patriots. He made an interesting admission during last night's Monday Night Football broadcast. All right, listen to what he has to say about when the Patriots came to Indianapolis for the Super Bowl.
We played the Patriots in that second Super Bowl in Indianapolis, and they practiced at your facility all week. Were you a little nervous going back in your facility the next year that they didn't have like cameras in your quarterback room?
Every time I played against New England, I used to go and talk to my receivers like in the shower in the far corner. I'm like, don't talk about a play next to my locker because I know it's bugged. I know it's got a hot mic in there.
A bugged locker room wasn't the only topic of interest. Rob Gronkowski also joined in the broadcast and admitted he doesn't watch film. Instead, he says he asks Tom Brady and the other players what he missed. Fishers city employees will get a raise under the new city budget. City councilors heard the 2022 plan last night. It includes 4% raises for employees and elected officials. The plan also invests in 3 new police officers, 8 new firefighters, and construction on Fire Department Station 97. Other things included are new playground equipment, construction on the Geist Greenway, and a new roundabout at Cynthian and Southeastern. And Carmel's getting a new aviation campus. Indianapolis-based Republic Airways will move its corporate headquarters and consolidate its training centers to the Meridian Corporate Corridor. The high-tech facility will have 20 classrooms, around 100 workstations, and 8 flight simulators. It'll be used by pilots, technicians, flight attendants, and other people. The project also includes an expansion of a nearby hotel and a new parking garage. The Carmel City Council still does need to approve the project. And a circular celebration in Carmel. The city is about to start work on its 140th roundabout just in time for National Roundabouts Week. The city has several events planned, including a roundabout trivia night. On Wednesday, there will be a ribbon-cutting ceremony for the newest roundabout at Range Line and Walnut. And Thursday, a celebration of the homage to Hoagie sculpture of Indiana native Hoagie Carmichael, which is in the middle of another of the traffic circles. And to business headlines, the Federal Reserve will meet today and will try not to rock the boat. Some strategists say the Fed has worked hard to make the meeting and news about its bond buying program as uneventful as possible. Twitter is proposing an $809.5 million settlement for a 2016 securities class action lawsuit that alleged the company misled investors about its user engagement figures. The lawsuit alleged that Twitter provided misleading information to investors about growth metrics to make the company appear financially healthier than it was. Facebook is offering a mix of responses, some defiant, others apologetic, in the wake of a week-long Wall Street Journal series revealing critical internal reports about harms created by its products. Top Facebook public affairs executive published a post, "What the Wall Street Journal got wrong," maintaining that the articles deliberately mischaracterize Facebook's actions and attribute false motivations for them. In the article, the Journal reported that Facebook knew how mentally damaging Instagram was for teen girls, but ignored it, among other things. Indianapolis salaries are the 20th highest in the nation. Career Builder says the average salary locally is $67,500. Jobs in finance and tech paid the most. This has been your News 8 Daily 8 for Wish TV. I'm Kylie Conway. Online at wishtv.com and follow us on Facebook when you search Wish TV.
Check out more podcasts from the All Indiana Podcast Network now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.
allindianapodcastnetwork.com.